Hello and welcome back to our New World Order series here in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we managed to finally revoke this county here, which, may or may not have been worth all the trouble, but it's in our capital duchy, so we gotta have it. And we were eyeing up the duchy over here because we would really like to take this from Saxony if at all possible. However, we're gonna have to do a few more murders over here to get a regency in charge, and also the prospect of going to war against Saxony is maybe a little risky in and of itself, because they are probably our strongest neighbor. They've got about 17,000 troops to our, how many here? Maximum levy of about 13,000. So I think if we could get some allies in and hire some mercenaries, we could probably beat them. And we do have a sort of tactical advantage here in that we can probably catch any levy raised in the target duchy over here and destroy it before it regains its morale, which would cut probably a couple of thousand off from her supposed levy. So we may look to do that. In fact, we should actually go and look at the claimants list again, since we did just kill the former ruler there. There might be another strong claimant that there was not previously. And there is. Excellent, okay. So we'll go ahead and invite him to our court, so we'll be ready to go to war. We can also just wait for an opportunity, like when they get into some other war and lose some portion of their levy. Did I actually invite him? I did, okay. And then just pounce on the opportunity, which might be the smarter way to go about it. Let's actually put the game speed up a little bit here. You improved the Pope's opinion, that's good. Let's actually make sure to set him as special interest. My daughter died of pneumonia. He's married to the Duke of Novgorod. Okay. How unfortunate. We could also even the odds a little bit by building more retinue, which might not be a bad idea anyway. So my friend Markward is becoming friends with some other friend of mine. That message is very unclear. Never know which friends of mine are becoming friends. Yeah, we're actually only at 1k of our 7k retinue cap, so let's go ahead and build a few more. Probably mostly just skirmish retinue. And maybe we should build some of our cultural unit as well, even though it's extremely expensive. It really is extremely expensive. 160. Let's keep building skirmish retinue, that's fine. Let's not go any lower than that, though. Okay, so we're obviously going to have to wait for this to replenish considerably before it's going to be of much help to us, but it could help out a little bit. A holy man came to court today to talk about matters of faith, but it soon became clear he held rather unorthodox views. Being a zealous defender of the church at all times, I believe I did the right thing when I gave the order to imprison a blasphemous pagan who dared criticize my faith and church. Well, we don't know who the pagan is, but my chaplain is going to react to the imprisonment. I was still shaking with rage at the pagan's blasphemous words when the chaplain took the opportunity to whisper good work in my ear. Okay, so she likes me better. That's fine, I suppose. Let's see if we can ransom any prisoners to raise a little more money here. Also borrow money from the Knights Templar, I guess. Except we can't. Or we could just take, a actual loan. If we wanted to. I think we would probably, well, we now would definitely need to take a loan to hire enough mercenaries to go up against Saxony. But we might have had enough to do it previously, especially if we got a good ally involved. Though that would probably only be Milan, I think. I'll just wait for a bit more retinue reinforcement and see what our money is like then. Son asked me for a fief of his own. I mean, I'm pretty old, just wait. We got a whole kingdom eventually. Let us check out what has been going on elsewhere though. The Duchy of Provence down here, is that new? I don't know. Ooh, Lyon is having a pretty nasty invasion, it seems. Not invasion, revolt rather. Meath has united almost all of Ireland, but not formed the kingdom. The kingdom of Alba exists though. And Northumberland also owns a good chunk of England. Your dedication to religious pursuits has been noticed around the realm. Among others, it has quite impressed Clara. Okay, so we're going to be friends. And it seems that Lyon also owns Wales. I guess it just has both kingdom titles. Probably via inheritance or something, if I had to guess. Rondelag is relatively strong looking up there too. Corsica and Sardinia owns almost all of Sicily. We gained a tithe, which is pretty good also. You have annoyed a bishop, okay. An imprisoned bishop. A bishop who is imprisoned by me. Well, that's fine, I suppose. He probably already didn't like me very much. Can we ransom him? Let's just do that. I think it's important that my ward gain a better understanding of the arts and sciences. A well-rounded person will always do better, after all. So the child is made to read texts on subjects ranging from natural philosophy to history and theology. So she's going to gain some amount of learning. Just one, that's okay. More tithes, wow. I appreciate it. My son asked me for a fief of his own. We'll mention a church career. And I guess in the meantime, if we're not attacking Saxony right away, we can... Alright, we can't plot to revoke any of these counties, as we mentioned. We can plot to revoke the county of Bamberg or Württemberg, which is down here somewhere. Which we don't really want. It would take Bamberg, though. How can we plot to revoke this? Oh, he just has 2 county titles and it's not his primary. I guess we'll take that. Is that part of the duchy down here? No, it's its own duchy. Which is held by somebody under Saxony. Weird, okay. Well, I guess we'll revoke this county. We're not remotely at our domain limits, so seems fine. He's mastering all kinds of arts. Up to 20 martial now. I'm just going to go ahead and raise some domain troops and get armies parked on both of his counties. I just don't want to have to fight anything with my retinue, since I would like it to be able to reinforce without interference. Okay, you've got thousands of men parked right outside my gates, but I'm definitely going to resist. Seems like a great idea. That's fine, we'll just sit here and siege his counties. Potentially lose some of our retinue to siege events, but it's not a big deal. In fact, we may not even have any characters in charge here, so... No, we do. Yeah, I'll just actually remove those. We have a change of color over here. Probably a change of primary title, okay. Oh, okay, so they also have this land down here. Interesting. So my grandson became a brilliant strategist. Decent military character. I mean, I say decent, 17 is pretty good, but compared to my strong genius granddaughter, I guess he doesn't look so hot. You have improved his opinion, which is good. You are still not going to war with anybody, so not losing any troops. Oh, and just as I say that, you're attacking the Count of Henneberg. This guy. Well, that's not good. You don't even border him. Oh, I guess you do, because you own this land. Well, this is bad, actually. Let's go ahead and get all of our levy raised. Oh, not you. You go in here. You go here, here, down to here, I guess, and all of you head up to here. So we're not actually at war with her, but we are hostile to her, and we're going to have to probably fight her in a battle. I mean, the good news about this is if we hire a bunch of mercenaries, beat her army, win this war and render her war invalid, then her levy will be depleted, so we can just immediately go to war with her again for this duchy. So maybe this is a decent opportunity. Probably going to have to take out loans to hire the number of mercenaries that we're going to need, though. So you are intervening on behalf of my vassal. Yeah, okay, I don't care. So if we're going to hire mercenaries, the sooner we do it, the better, and I think we are going to. And I think a huge loan is going to be what we need. So having done that, we're going to want to use the mercenaries to fight her army as soon as possible, so we can hopefully dismiss them. So I think we'll hire at least the White Company. How many troops do we have? 14k. She's got almost 20k. I didn't see any troops raised in this duchy, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to take them out before they form up as I would like to. So if we were to hire the White Company and also one additional group of mercenaries, that would definitely give us the number advantage. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Say the Breton Company. Okay, she's got about 10,000 warmed up and on the way. Just keep an eye to make sure she doesn't catch any of my smaller stacks here. Oh, there is an army here. Well, I don't think we're going to catch it at this point. Okay, you're heading to Thuringen on the 27th. You are all going to get out of there on time, so that's good. You are probably not, though. Okay, we'll disband this. And I think we're going to have to disband you also. Getting in here on the 6th of April. You're getting out in March. That's fine. So I'd like to fight this 10,000 before the supposed remainder of our army shows up. I mean, other than this 1,500. So I would also like to wait until... I'll just disband this 26. I'd like to wait until this siege finishes before doing that. Which is right now. So we can potentially receive her army in the hills in Bamberg. Let's deselect that one, please. Thank you. Receive her army in the hills in Bamberg, reinforced from here, which might be the best option, or we can probably catch them in here with this army and have no terrain penalties. Actually, we're not going to catch them there, so it's option A on that one. So let's get good leaders in charge here. This is hills, so let's see. Do have a good rough terrain expert already leading the center, and everyone else is 18, so about as good as we're going to get there, I think. They should be able to hold out in time for reinforcements, I have to imagine. She's going to be there on the 12th. And here come a few more straggling armies. Okay, so our reinforcements are going to get there on the 29th. Let's hope that our other forces can hold out long enough. Seems like they're going okay so far. War never changes. Let's gain 1 piety. We'll pay interest on our loans. Don't want to pay back as much as possible just yet, because we need to pay these mercenaries for a little while longer. Okay, 8 more days till the reinforcements get here. I think we're going to be fine. And there they go. Okay. And we find a choke point over here. You hack at the enemy soldier who falls down dying. The man shouts, I yield, as you take a step back in hesitation. He suddenly lunges at you. Thankfully you react barely in time and finish him off with one fell swoop. So we'll gain 3 prestige. Okay. And we have a call to arms from our ally in Milan, which I guess we'll accept, because we're not in enough wars already. And we won this battle. So I think what we'll do now is, having killed most of her forces, we'll use our very large army here to assault a couple of holdings, end this war quickly, and then disband our main troops and keep on the mercenaries to declare against Saxony. So let's wait for this. In fact, we probably don't even need to keep on the mercenaries. We could just disband them as well. Okay, that gets us to 99%. And he surrenders, we accept. We revoke the county of Bamberg. So, what we want to do now is land our strong claimant, and then we should be able to declare immediately against Saxony. Her 7,000 versus my available levy of 8... almost 10,000. Maybe we should just keep the smaller troop of mercenaries. How does one disband a single mercenary army when you have multiples? I guess we find them in here. And the White Company was the larger, I think. Why can I not move this? Let's do it this way. There we go. Disband the White Company. And keep on the other mercenaries. But we will have to lower our own troops to be able to declare the war. Okay, so have our claimant. We'll grant him the county of Schwarzburg, since it's the worst one in our capital duchy. Should be able to declare on Saxony immediately. Or whichever this duchy was called. This one. Re-raise our troops. Ooh, she's got about 2,000 over here. I don't like that. They're not headed to intercept my army just yet, so we'll keep an eye on that and try to make sure that we don't get caught. Everyone else head up here. You also. Okay, well, we're going to have to actually go about fighting this war in the next episode because we are out of time. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.